Good evening. This is Juliana Angel, your dark mask diva. How's everyone doing this evening? Okay, otherworldlies. I've alluded to this one a lot, and I just wanted to talk about feeders. Okay? I talk about this all the time. I talk about beware of those guys who, talk about cooking and bring up food and stuff like that. I've talked about my own experience with feeders and that sort of thing, but I've never really done like a deep dive with feeders, okay? So I'm just going to talk about like a few red flags, okay, with these feeders. Now, we got to be careful because of the times that we're in. A lot of people are indoors, okay? We're living in the age of DoorDash and delivery and Netflix and chill, and a lot of situations where the feeders will try to get you, okay? And people are like, oh, don't kink shame and all this other stuff, okay? But feederism is really a dangerous trend, all right? And a lot of people are not on the up and up about it. A lot of people are low-key trying to trick you into it, all right? And a lot of people just don't have any shame about it, but if they know you're not down with it, they're going to try to trick you into it, okay? So here's the thing about it. Say like you are maybe a little bit on the voluptuous side, but you're basically like a regular size lady, okay? Like I'm on the full-figured side. I'm about 40 pounds overweight. Okay, but I used to be like a normal size. But I would meet these guys and they knew that I didn't want to gain weight, so they would slowly try to fatten me up without being like obvious about it. But I could tell what they were trying to do, so I would, I would see them doing it, and then I would get wise to what they were doing and I would stop seeing them because I could see what they were trying to do. Okay, so let me just tell you what they do. And because I knew, they knew if they came out and admitted what they were doing, that I would call them out on it and be like, no, I'm not with it. But you would be surprised how many guys are into doing that, and it's really sickening, okay? So it's a fetish, and basically they want to see you, they get sexually stimulated by seeing you get fatter and fatter and fatter, and it's arousing to them. But another reason they do it is because they don't want anyone else to be attracted to you. Okay, so what they do is sometimes they trick you into being in a relationship with them first of all, and then they slowly fatten you up, all right? And what they try to do is one thing they try to do is keep you home, and then they try to fatten you up. So so you become more lethargic, and you don't want to leave the house. So your energy is lower, and you don't want to leave the house, and you're not as outgoing. And you want to do more Netflix and chill, and you want to spend more time with them, and you don't want to go out and do as many things, right? Okay, this is making you less attractive to other people. That's part of the reason they're doing it. But another part of the reason is they are personally more attracted to you as like a super-sized BBW. So that is what they get off on. But it's also because most guys are not attracted to that. Okay, so women are mostly attractive when they are at a healthy, have a healthy BMI. Okay, so you have to keep in mind that these men are putting you at risk to die early. Okay, for their own sick reasons. All right, so these men are putting you at risk for heart disease and diabetes, and for you to have pain in your joints, for early death. I mean, they are giving you all kinds of morbid conditions. So no other man will want you, so you will stay home and do all these other things. Okay, so they are doing it as a form of mind control, and they are doing it to make you a prisoner in your own body. And this is feederism. Okay, so it's a form of domination. Okay, so they will do these things to slightly control you. Now, there's another side of the spectrum where guys are more, they will try to make you insecure and make you think you're fat, so you'll starve yourself and become really, really thin. And they do that to mind control you and make you think you're not attractive. So meanwhile, you're starving yourself and becoming extremely thin, and you look terrible because you're too small. Okay, so that's, they just do that to mess with your self-esteem. And they might make you starve yourself to where you're super, super thin because they're not attracted to grown women, if you catch my drift. They might not even be attracted to women, if you know where I'm going with that. So I know of situations where guys have done that before to their wives and girlfriends. And they were actually more attracted to boys and young girls who had not been through puberty yet. So that's on the other side of the spectrum, but I'm talking about feeders. Okay, so a lot of these feeders, you have to be careful. Meet guys, and some of these feeders, you talk to them, and they're a guy who comes straight out the gate and goes, I can cook. Okay, that's red flag number one. There's nothing wrong with a man who knows how to cook. But here's the thing, everybody knows how to cook. Okay, how do you think we feed ourselves when we're not in a restaurant? Okay, most people I know how to do more than just heat up a TV dinner. Okay, everybody I know knows how to cook. That's not a big deal. Nobody should brag that they know how to cook. Everyone knows how to do that. But when some guy sounds like a pick-me-sha, I know how to cook. Okay, everybody I know knows how to cook. That's, I know how to cook. Everybody does. So, no one should be bragging about that. And if a man is bragging that he knows how to cook, that's some kind of red flag. People who come from different parts of the United States, some people that come from different parts of the U.S., cooking is a big deal. So if the guy's bragging that he knows how to cook, just say to him, I'm not really into home cooked meals. I'm not really big on that. Just kind of go, just make faces and stuff like that. And just don't encourage that when he says stuff like that. Go, oh gosh, feeders say that, and just say negative things when men say things like that. Just go, oh, I'm really more into going out. I'm not really into dining in. I'm more into going out, Say things like that, and make negative remarks when men say things like that. Go, oh, just don't be afraid to be rude when guys say things like that, because that is feeder talk, and he might not mean anything bad by it, but that is like a feeder mating call. Okay, make sure he knows that you're, and just say, yeah, I really would rather just watch my figure. Okay, because those guys that talk about cooking and all that, those guys were the feeders in my life, the low-key feeders. And when I would start to gain weight, I'm like, oh, this is not good, I'm gaining weight, and they would just like get this panicky look on their face, like, why is your weight that big of a deal? And I go, why? Because this is my health we're talking about. I go, and I don't want to be obese. I go, gross, it's not okay. Like, but you're still beautiful. I go, I don't want to be obese. That's not okay with me. Well, where I'm from, all the girls are big. Well, I'm not from where you're from. That we're not there. We're in California. I go, it's not okay with me to be obese. And now I'm overweight and I'm not happy, trust me. So, now I'm battling, and it's because of the medications I took. And I'm just letting you guys know that sensational is not a feeder, so that's not why I'm overweight. So don't come for him or anything in the comments. It's not him, trust me. So and they were just kind of panicking, like, oh no. And I go, okay, so I'm gonna need to start eating smaller portions, and you need to quit trying to force seconds on me and stuff like that. And they're like freaking out, because it's like they're figuring out that I'm waking up to what's going on, and I'm like, yeah, I need to start getting more exercise, and I go, I need to get back down to my original size, and they're all freaking out, and I'm stepping on the scale going, oh no, and noticing that I'm getting fat, and they're like, why are you so concerned about your weight? I go, Because I want to be healthy. Go, I don't want to be fat. You know? Come on. So, and you could see that they were visibly distressed by that. I go, why? You want to be with a land whale or something? Why don't you go out with someone else? So I could tell what they were doing. And I mean, I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody who's overweight and is okay with it, but sorry, not sorry. I just, it's not cool to be overweight. Okay, it's you're putting your health at risk, and I'm sorry. I lost 50 pounds all by myself, and I feel so much better, and I still have weight to lose. And it's like when you lose your weight, you feel better. Your health is so much better, and you feel better, and you look better. And it's like they were putting that weight on me on purpose. And I'm sorry. I love myself. I want to be in better health. I'm just keeping it real. Okay. That's just the truth. Okay. So, and that they do that because they have low self-esteem. They know that other guys are looking at you. Okay. And they know that if you get fatter, fewer guys are going to look at you. I'm just keeping it real, you guys. So, if you don't like the fact that you're gaining weight and you go to lose that weight again, they're gonna have a fit. Certain guys that come from, okay, I'm from California, we like to be fit here. If they come from another state where the girls are bigger, okay, I'm not going to mention what states those are, but they're usually from other states that are not California, or metropolitan areas. Okay, they like their girls a little bigger. Try to find out if wherever they're from that the girls are bigger. They might like the girls on the bigger side. Make sure they're not a feeder. Go on their social media, like their Instagram, peep it out. If they've got a bunch of supersized BBWs on there, just check it out. They might be a feeder. That might be their little thing that they're into. Okay, just kind of see if they've ever called themselves a chubby chaser. Just stop going out with them. They're going to try to fatten you up. They're going to try to always stay home, and even if they're not trying to cook for you, they're going to try to get you to eat seconds and thirds and say, "Are you sick? Why aren't you eating?" And they're going to pretend to be concerned, but they're going to just try to make you fat. I'm just keeping it real, because I've had so many guys try to do that with me, and then I was wising up like they're trying to fatten me up. And so many guys have tried to do that, and I'm like, nope. And I would get thin again. I would leave them and slender up again. And I'm not like, I was not skinny to begin with. I was just a normal size. And the older you get, the harder it is to lose that weight again. Okay. They talk about skinny girls that are normal size and say they're too skinny. Okay. Or they talk about how much better you would look if you put some weight on. But you look good the way, normal people think that you look good the way you are. Or they even say or they even like, if you gain some weight, people are like, if you put some weight on? But your boyfriend is telling you should gain some more weight. Okay, people are concerned about you because you're gaining weight, but your boyfriend is still telling you look too thin. He's a feeder, okay, you guys? Once you realize that your boyfriend is a feeder, you need to break up with him, because he's toxic. He's making you sick. He's going to give you clinical obesity. Alright, because he's gaslighting you and making you, you'll gain that weight in no time, because he's doing things like you're sitting there eating, he's going to dump extra syrup on your pancakes. Okay, he's going to salt your food. He's going to do all kinds of crazy stuff to make you fatter. I'm not joking. Like, they do that. Okay, these guys who can cook, they do that for a reason. They want to fatten you up. Okay, and they're going to be talking about food constantly. like they're obsessed with food because they're always gonna want to be making you hungry. They're gonna want to be planting ideas in your mind about food. It's always about food, and you need to eat more. Are you sick? Are you okay? You don't have much of an are you mad at me? Why aren't you eating? Have seconds. I'm a good cook. Don't you want some more? And it's going to be this total gaslighting about them wanting you to eat more. Okay? And they're going to you're going to be getting fat, and they're going to tell you how great you look. But you're fat though, okay? But they're gonna just they're gonna be gaslighting you. You're gonna be overweight though. It's not gonna be a good look on you. But they're gonna act like you were too skinny before, okay? But everyone else is gonna be like, oh my God, what is happening to her? All right, but they are just slowly destroying you, okay? And you're not gonna notice how fat you're getting because you're around him all the time and he's constantly feeding you. Okay, and any man you're with who truly loves you wants you to be healthy. Now, you don't want to be with some guy who's telling you you're fat and trying to make you exercise either. You just want somebody who wants what's best for you and lets you decide and goes along with whatever you want to do. Okay, you don't want any guy who's trying to control your weight in any way, shape, or form, or control your exercise regimen or anything like that. You just want a guy who's going along with what you want to do, right? So, I lost weight by myself, and, I've lost that 50 pounds while I was with Zen, and he's been completely supportive. So, he's not bad for me in that way. He's really just is proud of me and stuff like that. So, you want a man like that who is supportive of you, but you need to be in control of your body. Do not let somebody else control your body, your weight, your exercise, your shape, anything like that. You are in control of your own body, not him. Okay, so don't let other people control what you eat. Okay, don't let other people control your exercise. Okay, don't let other people go, why aren't you eating? Are you sick? If you have to eat alone and not eat around or anything like that around your boyfriend because you think he's a feeder, don't do it. But if you think your boyfriend's a feeder, you really just need to get away from him, because he is going to try to make you morbidly obese. And I'm just being honest. He's a sick F, if you know what I mean. Okay, because those kind of people, it's really a control thing. That's what they're doing. Okay, so yeah, and that's it's what's attractive to them, but they're really just trying to keep other people from wanting you also. So and they're trying to undo your self-esteem at the same time. So I think that's all I have to say about that. But anyone who brings up food all the time, cooking all the time, and is trying to gaslight you, feed her. And I've had so many people try to do it to me, and nope. And I'm gonna lose the rest of this weight. And any questions about feeders, go ahead and put it in the comments, and I will try to answer to the best of my ability. You all have a lovely night. Good night.